H&R Block, Putney Road.
Just so you know that right here is our police, is the PD's radio. We're always on channel 1. It says 1 and then BPD for Brattleboro PD. If anything should happen to me, you know, kind of thing, and you need to get to a radio or anything like that, you just pick up this mic, hold down this little tab here, and just give it like 1 or 2 seconds, and then just start talking. I also carry my keys on my front belt right here near the front right, so if anything happens, if I should go down kind of thing, you need keys to get, you know, to get out of here. I'm just emergency purposes, you know, if you need anything. Definitely ask me any questions as we go along, and we'll go check on the water main break.
Condition 4. Can you punch me a card for 0099?
Yeah. Average day starts out with, well, we have a roll call in the morning. Like, my shift starts a half an hour before the patrol guy's shift starts. So I'll come in the morning and I will check my emails, check any messages that have been passed on from previous shifts, check about, you know, calls that have happened that, you know, may or may not overflow into our shift. Basically, I get the shift set up, and then when the guys come in half an hour later, we have a roll call where we go over all the, you know, all the activities that the night shift did. We distribute equipment to be taken out on the road. We talk about sectors, and we talk about, you know, like directed to patrols. We'll be like, okay, today I want you to do motor vehicle enforcement, you know, speed enforcement on Western Avenue today. Someone else will do it in, you know, each guy tends to do it in their sector, north and south. So we just, you know, let everybody know what's going on and what's expected of the day, and people will talk about any issues they may have, or, you know, vice versa. So then after that, we all go out on patrol. We do a lot of motor vehicle enforcement in the morning, you know, just kind of the way we like to do it. Call volume, you know, it varies every day. You know, in between doing proactive enforcement, we are answering all the calls that we have to go to. Sometimes lunch is around noon, not too often, because just when you're ready to eat, you may get called out on a call. And that's pretty much the day in a planned aspect. You know, other than that, it's open, and it's what you can find yourself to do out there. Like today, there's quite a number of arrest warrants that came out recently, and I thought I might go around and try to locate some people on these warrants and see what kind of activities that'll bring us.
Want me to slide your way?
So, like I said, I recognize him as somebody I've dealt with in the past. I had dispatch check his license, and he came back suspended. I pulled him over in here. As soon as I walked over to the car, I smelled a strong odor of marijuana. So I asked them about the marijuana. They both said they didn't have any more in the car. They both gave me verbal consent to search the vehicle. When they opened up the glove box to get the paperwork out, this was in there. This is a crusher, if you will. It's used for to crush marijuana. Literally, I mean, you can see there's still some in there. There's a little more down in the bottom of it. They said it's not theirs. It's the owner of the vehicle's. Well, the owner's son of the vehicle. There's not enough really in there for me to charge him. I mean, technically I can, but I'm not going to scrape it up to charge him. I'm going to write him a ticket for driving with a suspended license, and then cut them loose and ground the vehicle here. It's in a legal parking space, so I can't really tow it from here. It's up to the private property owner to have it towed from here. So, I mean, there'll be times where we'll walk up to a car and we'll smell the marijuana, and I've gone up to people and I've been like, I need your license, your registration, your insurance, and the rest of the marijuana you have in the car. And they will give me all that paperwork and hand me a bag of marijuana. I mean, they're like, okay, you know. Sometimes, you know, people, you really have to talk to them and persuade them that, you know, I want it. Give it to me now, please. But, yeah, sometimes it works. They just hand it over to you without even thinking twice about it. He comes into the PD and reports it, so a bunch of the guys go up to West Brattleboro to go find the guy who pulled into the parking lot at one point and then left when the guy, you know, he didn't stay in the parking lot when he followed the guy in. So they go up to West Brattleboro to try to find this man.
And that guy was shooting at him?
He was shooting at him as he was driving down Western Avenue, is what the complainant told us, yes. I don't think they were ever able to find evidence of the actual shooting at, like it didn't hit his truck or anything. You know, there was no bullet holes in the vehicle that were located to my knowledge. So, everybody goes to West Brattleboro to look for him, and in the meantime, the complainant's there at the PD with me, and he's filling out a statement, but he wanted to go outside to have a cigarette. So we go out the back door, and all of a sudden he yells, "That's his car, that's him!" So I hurried up and get him back inside, and I'm trying to tell the guys out in West Brattleboro that, hey, he's here, you know, come back. But they're on portable radios, and the portable radios don't work as well as our car radios, just for distance, if you will. And so I get in my cruiser, and we pull out onto Main Street, and I'm following behind the guy, and I'm trying to get them. Finally, you know, they get on the radio, and I tell them that I'm right behind the car, and then I'm going to stop it on in the Highgrove lot. The reason I stopped it there was because I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to come back to the PD and go into the building. You don't know what people are thinking if they're going to go in and just start shooting in there. So I pull him over in the Highgrove lot. He instantly jumps out of his car. Luckily, he jumps out empty-handed. Again, I had already been told that he was shooting at this guy. He jumps out with nothing in his hands, and he just starts throwing his arms around, and he's pacing, and he's circling, and he's coming over toward me, and he's backing away from me, and he keeps yelling at me to shoot him. Just, his life is ruined, just, I need to kill him now and get it over with, you know, carrying on about how we like to shoot people anyway, and he just kept trying to get me to shoot him, but again, you know, I wasn't going to shoot an unarmed man. In the meantime, my backup came over, and we were able to actually spray him with OC spray to get him contained. But as it turns out, right in his front seat, passenger seat, he had a sawed-off rifle loaded that he had apparently been using to shoot at this guy. My understanding is he's still in federal prison on a guns violation for a prior conviction that he had. He wasn't allowed to possess firearms. But that one was a little intense.